This post sounds like what happens when a married man grabs some red pill talking points and starts to implement them in their marriage. This man doesn't want to compliment his wife, his own wife. Okay, he says, am I the a hole for not complimenting my wife so that she won't become vain? Whenever these people do these Am I the a hole threads, typically, yes, they are the a hole. He says, context, my wife, 29, and I, a 31-year-old man, have been together for 10 years. So since she was 19, we share three children, 9, 7, 5. My wife was never someone to really dress up or put too much thought into her looks. She's always been beautiful, but never did much to highlight it until recently. She went through this crisis of feeling like she didn't have a personality outside of being a mom, something like that. So for the last 2 years, she started traveling more, joining different groups, dressing really nicely, wearing makeup. I never realized how much of a difference it would make, but people treat her completely different. She is constantly getting complimented, told she should be in magazines. She'll come home and happily tell me about the random stranger who was so nice to her. She randomly gets gifts. Lady at her job brought her a book series she was interested in. She gets hit on. When we go out, all these dudes want to buy her drinks. Even my family has noticed. And all of a sudden, it seems like they're wondering how I ended up with her. Honestly, it's a bit overwhelming for me and something I'm just not used to. It's kind of become annoying. Anyways, she was going out with friends and she asked me how she looked. I just said, fine. She seemed disappointed with this. My sister was over and commented that I should hype her up. I said, why would I? Why should I when the world already does? That I don't want her thinking too highly of herself and becoming more vain. My sister looked shocked and said, that's effed up. Said, that's low key abusive and I'm an a hole. I think she's overthinking it, but I decided to get outside opinions, so am I the a hole? This part right here, the second paragraph, she went through this crisis of feeling like she didn't have a personality outside being a mom, something like that. And that does happen. And this is the reason why we women can't lose ourselves completely. Our relationship with our spouse, our kids is important, but it's also important that we still have hobbies, we still have friends, we still have something to look forward to because we cannot make our identity being a mom and wife. There's so much more to our humanity than that. Okay, some of the comments. You're the a hole, dude. If your wife doesn't think or know or hear you express that you think she's beautiful, then what's going to stop her from leaving you for someone who does tell her that she's beautiful and treats her wonderfully? Your wife is beautiful and you thought she was great, even without all the makeup and the new style and the new interests. Now that she's done all those things, and what? Do you feel left behind? Do you take any interest in her new interests? Travel at all with her? What are you doing to make sure your wife feels seen? Or are you just bitter that she is finally realizing she's beautiful and interesting and worthy of all this friendship and kindness from others and wondering where you stand in all of this? I think she's awesome for taking charge of herself and her life. She didn't feel like she was seen or acknowledged as anything other than mom. And did you do anything to make her feel like the loved, beautiful wife that she is? And she endeavored to change that, and it's bearing beautiful fruit. Your wife is awesome. These manosphere or red pill talking points where you need to lower someone's self-esteem, I think is taking root in many ways that is ridiculous and wild. And I believe that this is where we are. Keep someone's self-esteem way low so that they just accept whatever. Y'all kind of weigh in on if you think that I'm onto something with that theory. I agree, OP, you're the a-hole. This is your wife. You're supposed to be her biggest cheerleader. Absolutely. You're supposed to be your spouse's biggest cheerleader. Either way, absolutely. You go for whatever they're going for. It's like, yay, let's go. I don't see how it works otherwise. Your post is concerning. She has given you children, a home, and now that she's her own person, you make a post about your feelings and how annoyed you are. Do y'all even talk at home, or is she just like a maid to you? What do you do for her that she isn't doing for herself? This person says, yes, this 100%. You're the a-hole. She is beautiful and interesting and is finally deciding to show that off. And your response is to want to shut that down because what? You're jealous? You want to keep her down? I honestly don't see why on earth you wouldn't want to celebrate this beautiful woman and instead think she should just keep her head down. Someone says, I love this post. Yeah. I hope the OP reads it and considers what you type. Absolutely. Celebrate your spouse. Let's go, spouse. You're beautiful. You're handsome. Let's go, spouse. Let's not try to keep their self esteem down simply to keep them grounded and in a relationship with you. Yay, let's go. Anyways, y'all go ahead, jump in. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, share. This screenshot was posted in the Nice Guy subreddit. I find the Nice Guy subreddit to be very interesting. He says, kind of don't care if women want to meet in public for a first date. I'm more comfortable at home and appear better as a potential companion. I'm a good guy, just trying to get to know you in an honest and nice way. The least you can do for my effort is compromise on location. After all, my apartment is small and the door is 2 steps away at all times. Not to mention how insulting the skepticism is to a nice guy. Ain't you just looking for ain't just looking for that pee, but rather testing if you have the willingness to give me the benefit of the doubt out of respect. All's good. If not, I'll just keep looking. And if I don't find someone, at least I didn't have to waste and negate my money, time, and preferences. Nice guy who doesn't care about if a woman feels comfortable meeting up at a random man's house on a first date. This person says, yes, dating is all about making sure only you are comfortable. Absolutely. That's how a nice guy would think. And somehow his exclusive comfort is the compromise he'd like from his date. This person says, yeah, complete insanity. Then this person says, what's he given up in this compromise? He originally wanted their first date to be in his bed and the couch is his compromise. Exactly. What is the compromise here? The compromise is probably that they're meeting at his home and not the hotel he'd rather meet at so they can F. And then he doesn't have to worry about trying to get her out of his house afterwards. And then this person says, you guys misunderstood his point. Women should compromise on their safety because he puts in effort in being nice and honest. He is actually just unknowingly making a parody of the usual, I deserve X because I'm doing the bare minimum. Absolutely. And he says, and spend zero money, of course, because a coffee date is effort and money and time he's not willing to waste. He's a waste of oxygen at this point. These nice guys literally prove women's point all the time. This person says, I mean, that's cool and all, but no living woman is going to go to your house for a first date. And that might not necessarily be true, but we want to get it to the point where zero women go to men's house for a first date. Just stop doing this. This person says, exactly. That's a fast way to become a not living woman. And then I want to get to this. Literally, how I got drugged and assaulted in my early 20s. He was the sweetest guy for weeks, wasn't even our first date. Then, the moment I'm in his apartment and the orange juice tastes funny, I get months of PTSD. Okay, this person said, I'm sorry that happened to you. She says, I'm okay now. This was 13 years ago. I'm very drug resistant, so whatever he gave me wore off quicker than he planned, and I beat the crap out of him while on an adrenaline high. Still didn't help with the trauma, but I'm extremely lucky to not be a statistic. Someone's like, glad you kicked his butt. This person says, I hope you beat the dog poop out of that pathetic excuse of a man. Exactly. Ladies, just try to stay away from these people's homes. It's their home turf. You never know how they're going to switch up on you. This set of screenshots is also from the Nice Guy subreddit. This man is bragging about how random women just love him. He's in gray. He says, I was just in the car and girls rolled down their window and told me I was hot. Like, girls are so crazy. They must be drunk. She's like, really? He's like, yeah, they just said, wow, you're so hot. Like, thanks, but maybe tell me in not in the car. She's like, that's crazy. He says, girls just fall in love with me really quick. It's because most attractive guys are F boys, but I'm a good guy. She says, saying You're a good guy is a red flag, not gonna lie. He's like, I am, but like we don't even have to have nookie when we go out. She says, dates don't equal nookie anyways. He's like, right. We can just get to know each other. I want a I want a I want a spiritual connection. Yes, don't we all? Then he says, we can go for a nice walk. She's like, that would be nice. Um, but honestly, I'm a good guy. I might ask you for head. You're just too hot. That's a nice guy thing to do, I guess. She says, I'm more interested in a relationship. He's like, yeah, but if the nookie is good, we'll want more and we'll have a relationship. She's like, I prefer a relationship than nookie. He's like, can I be honest? I'm just so scared that I'm gonna fall in love too quick. For myself, I have to take the relationship slow. I am not into men. I love women. She's like, I didn't think you were into men. Just think you want to get some nookie and not a relationship. He's like, it's so funny how girls think that they are in control when if they want to be with, then if the guy wants to be with them, then they're together. He says, I think it's both people, to be honest. He's like, yeah, but most girls are dumb. When are you free? She says, not sure. Yeah. He says, you're so tiny, I could throw you through a wall. Sometimes I'm a good guy, just horny sometimes. She says, I see that. I just want you to take care of me. Just be there for me emotionally. She says, that is part of a relationship. Y'all, and suck me off once a day and I'll love you. She says, this is going on Reddit. Y'all, this whole series of screenshots, I cannot believe. I this nice guy is really an interesting nice guy. This just kind of takes the cake, and I don't have the words to editorialize this, but hopefully you guys appreciate me deep diving into these Reddits for y'all. This comment, I'm a good guy. Let's go for a walk and have a deep conversation. Give me head. I'm a good guy. I want to throw you through a wall. I'm a good guy and good looking. So good looking that women just stop him while he's driving to say I. This person says, sounds like a 13-year-old indulging in his fantasies, to be honest. This person says, girls love me. I'm a good guy. I don't immediately ask for nookie on the first date. I'm a good guy. Girls are dumb. I'm a good guy. I'm very horny. I'm a good guy. Did I mention I'm a good guy? This person says, I mean, he only asks for head every day before he gets emotionally involved. That's not really humping. This person just says, wow, that's something. That's where I was. Like, I'm literally at a loss for words. This person says, this is coming from a guy, girl, run. He's got to be 15. This person says, mask not completely off, but dangling by this guy's ear. No, the mask is completely off. Y'all, go ahead, just jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this one. Did you laugh like I laughed? Were you a bit confused as to why they say these types of things? I am. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. This post was posted in the legal advice subreddit. It says, my spouse cheated and had a child. We are divorcing, and now I have to pay child support for a kid that's not even mine with a question mark. So she's not exactly sure. She says, my house husband's spouse cheated on me 3 years ago and had a child with another woman. Since then, he has secretly been giving them money behind my back. Yeah, I know. I should have paid more attention to our finances, but my job keeps me really stressed and busy. I just found out recently because the mother died and he got full custody all of a sudden and moved the kid into my home. I'm filing for a divorce, obviously, and I get that I'll have to make alimony payments. But now apparently I also have to make child support payments because I've technically already been making them for 3 years? Question mark. I'm speaking to an attorney in 2 weeks, but could use some advice in the meantime. She says, edit. I didn't expect this many replies, but here are some of the updates for clarification. Number one, first of all, why are so many comments deleted? Is an auto mod going crazy? Number two, I'm in California and we have been married for 15 years. My house husband has not worked for the last 11 of those years. Number three, my husband did not have any kind of formal support or custody prior to the mother's death. He has really just been paying most or all of their expenses or buying things directly for the last 3 years. And I guess I'm living with a second, I guess living with the second family during the day. Number four, the second family spending looks like it totaled around $160,000 over a 3 year period. I didn't really notice because we live very luxuriously and maintain some accounts separate, credit cards, bank accounts. She says, I'm a partner at a very successful dental group and bring home anywhere from half a mil to $800,000 per year. Number five, I had a brief call with my husband and his attorney earlier, and the lawyer's argument was that I must have agreed to supporting the child because no reasonable person could not notice $53,000 a year spending, and therefore they will be pursuing an ongoing child support agreement in the divorce. I'm already looking into $300,000 a year in alimony at this point. These numbers just kind of blow my mind. She says, number six, I'm moving my attorney. She's going to meet with her attorney next Monday, as in a couple of days, which is good. There's so many things off with this, but she got a house husband. She got a dude that has been a house husband for 11 years. That's kind of wild to me. But you guys go ahead and let me know what you think. But also, his attorney, him and his attorney telling her that she's basically on the hook for child support. I don't think that that's enforceable, but I am also not a lawyer, never been to lawyer school or anything. But she says she knows that she's going to have to pay alimony. And I would imagine that 300,000 a year in alimony should suffice. Like this dude might have to downgrade his living, his luxurious living, but I think that I can make it work with $300,000 a year. I'm just saying I could make it work. This person says, please do not listen to what anyone says to you about your situation, legally speaking, until you talk to an attorney. Family law is extremely state and situation specific, and people lie or talk out of their butts all the time. Also, please do not try to do a divorce without an attorney, and absolutely not with just one attorney for you and your soon to be ex spouse. Absolutely. But this woman is, rolling in dough. I highly doubt she would go to a divorce without an attorney. This person says, get a meeting with the lawyer faster. This person says, please and thank you. Tell me to wait 2 weeks. I'm shopping for a new lawyer to see today. Yes, absolutely. This needs to be handled like 3 days ago. This person said, who told you you would have to pay him child support? This person says him or his lawyer, probably. OP needs her own lawyer and to stop listening to the opposition because that's what the husband is now. People say all kind of that isn't true in these situations. Do not agree to pay any sort of alimony or child support or other payments without talking to her own lawyer. She already knows she's going to have to pay alimony because, she has been supporting him for a long time. So that makes sense. But the child support thing, I'm going to leave it at that because, like that woman said, they do delete a lot of comments in here. Maybe it's because this type of thing with legal advice has to be very specific. I don't know. But there are lots and lots of deleted things. Anyway, y'all go ahead, jump in this comment section. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment. So, a woman in the 2X chromosome subreddit is addressing this question. Why don't women ask men out? She says, so I responded to a thread asking a question about why women don't approach men, make the first move. She says, I replied with my honest experience. I have asked guys out in the past. Many were turned off because they saw that move as too eager or desperate. Even when I asked them out casually and readily accepted rejection, stopped asking after being turned down once. Some see it as an affront to their masculinity. To be fair, there were some that were nice about it and just turned me down gently, but they are not the ones I'm talking about here. Haha. She says, I know that a lot of men in real life dislike it when women are the ones who pursue them because even a former guy friend of mine told me directly, your problem is you need to stop pursuing men and let them pursue you. It's unnatural for the women to be the one pursuing. Take note, he was a relatively liberal, progressive guy, but still had that view. She says, a lot of people seem to be in disbelief that this happened to me. And so many, you just asked the wrong guys out. Yes, clearly. She says, not all men. But that doesn't negate the fact that a lot of men feel this way. And I'd rather just not actively pursue people anymore, instead, just focus on me. Yes, some women ask guys out. Yes, we get rejected too, just like guys. It's true that it doesn't happen as frequently as the reverse, but I keep seeing people uploading posts like the one with what's stopping women from asking men out. If they did, they wouldn't get rejected. It's an easy win. That seemed to think that women never experience rejection because guys will date anybody. Not true, lol. Romantic rejection is not an exclusively male problem, no matter what the internet wants to believe. Just wanted to get that out there. Haha. And obviously, this woman is talking to women. So, absolutely, I I can't see myself. I'm not in the position to ask people out as I'm married, but yeah, I don't think that most men that I would be into if I were single would want a woman to ask out. But I mean, ask them out. But I'm not sure. I haven't been in the dating scene for a while, and some of these men are they're in their princess seat. This person says, I just got put into the F zone by guys I perused. I'm sure she says pursued. So that wasn't great for my self esteem. I'd rather have been outright rejected and saved the heartbreak. This person says people don't seem to realize that asking people out isn't the only way to get rejected. Being out in the F zone is essentially romantic rejection. Anyone looking for a relationship is going to feel rejected by this. This is all an anecdotal, but while men may deal with the initial rejection more, I believe women deal with more rejection within the relationship, which has to hurt a lot more than just being turned down for a date. This person says you cannot make it too easy for men or they'll take advantage. Give them a little attention and some nookie, and they will never go away. They won't commit to you or treat you with respect, but they'll F you and blow up your phone trying. Absolutely. If they don't have to work for it, they're not going to appreciate it. They barely appreciate it even when they have to work for it, but don't make it too easy. This person says, this is exactly what I respond as the reason why women shouldn't pursue men. I've even tried pursuing myself when I was way younger, and boy, was that a life lesson. I've read it in one of these teen magazines at that point that women can pursue too, and something along the lines of how men would admire the bravery or some BS like that. No, I either got rejected right away with a weird expression on their face, which now I think was a mix of disbelief and despise, or they asked me to hang. I was really young, so my naive self thought, yay, success is working. No, it wasn't a date. They literally wanted to meet up and get into my pants. They really translated my asking them out as she's desperate and or willing to F me. Skip the courting, she's ready. They weren't interested in dating me. When I didn't want to F them, they got pissed. I put myself in some dangerous situations and then didn't realize it until way later. Okay, so let's just get on board. Let's just not pursue men. They are not really in the right frame as a collective. So let's just wait until the good ones kind of expose themselves and then see how we connect. I don't really know what to say as I'm not looking for a relationship right now. But you guys can weigh in and let me know what you think.